Good morning. I'm in my car because I'm going to take a drive. I got up at I woke up at shortly after 8 and laid in bed for 20 minutes. And then took Luna out and then took her to daycare. Excuse me. Today is a daycare day for her 1,000% She needs to play with the other pups and the other peoples. And I am gonna have breakfast. I'm gonna take a drive, clear my head, go back and shower. You know, how Shakira, the body part on her that doesn't lie was her hips. I mean, my hips also don't lie about how much fast food I've been eating, but really, my hair doesn't lie about how long it's been since I've washed it. And I know people say, oh, if you stop washing your hair every day, it won't be so oily. No, I can't go for the however long it will take to reset my hair for it to be not greasy. And besides, I like washing my hair. I mean, I don't like washing my hair. I mean, because if I did, I would do it more often. But it's just a time thing right now. I like the smell of shampoo. So there's that. Okay, so I'm gonna start driving. I don't know where I'm gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive. I'm not gonna be looking at the camera now. I was looking at you before, but now I gotta look at the road, peeps. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna talk about yet. I'll just wing it. But I think I will start with talking about what today might need to look like. So it is almost 10 o'clock. It's 5 till 10 on Saturday morning. Dog is at daycare. Breakfast for me has been eaten. Starting out the day with a little drive. I'm gonna go back, get cleaned up. I'm sorry, studying. I think my goal today is 6 lectures, definitely. I got 2 exams this week. Finally caught up after the events of the last couple weeks. So for the 2 exams this week, I've got an exam in clinical medicine and pharmacology, and I really need to get cracking on those. And then next Monday, I've got an anatomy written exam, and I need to also get ready for that. I've really got to pull up my anatomy grade. Yeah, so I gotta start working on that. So that's what I need. That's what I need to do today. All of the things, and then I think I might go to a comedy show tonight. I think I know about one. I think I saw on Facebook events that there's a comedy show tonight, so I think I might go to that and laugh. It is definitely time to laugh. You know what? That might actually be today's topic. I've kind of touched on that before about mental health, and this is what's making me think of it. So comedy show. A very well-known comedian from The Hangover and other funny places committed suicide yesterday, and it's kind of hit the common carefree, you know, always have like something funny to say and lift up other people with, you know, jokes. But the funny comes from somewhere. So check on your funny friends. Check on all of your friends. It's a coping mechanism. Being funny, I can definitely say that sometimes it is a coping mechanism. I'm not calling myself hilarious, but I am. Sometimes, like I have a saying, it's either, sometimes when crap hits the fan, it's either laugh or cry. What else can you do about it? Laugh or cry. And crying ruins my makeup when I wear it, which ain't now. It ruins my makeup and it gives me a headache. So check on your friends. Like there's the National Suicide Hotline. I don't know the number right off the top of my head, but it's very Googleable. It comes right up. Well, it's anonymous. They're not going to tell anybody who you are. If you need help, get it. And it's not just for the comedy community. I think it's for the everybody community. And for med students as well. I think a terrible joke. Like, you know, when you start a new endeavor and in the orientation, you've got a psychiatrist coming up to you in the first few days talking about suicide, you are in for a ride. That's like introduction to medical school. Because it's a thing that unfortunately happens. It's such a tough and competitive field. It draws in a lot of type A people. I'm not exactly type A. I'm not exactly type B either. Probably like, I don't know, B plus. Which, that's not my grades. I wish I was like a B plus. So, mental health, medicine. There is a stigma about mental health in general. But I think in medicine too, again, it attracts a lot of like overachieving type A people who are used to being perfect and looking perfect. There is no such thing as perfect. And get help. And yeah, maybe some people will look down on you for getting mental help. But those people, if that is a real thing, I mean, and it is, there are people, you know, even in the medical community who will look down on you for getting help. But just know that if you have anyone like that in your life, that it is not you with the problem. I mean, like, yeah, you might have a problem. Get help for your problem. But it is not you with the problem for needing the help. It is them with the problem for stigmatizing someone else that needs help. Like, you will see people in medicine. There are those who, that this is like easy for them and they don't have any issues, and they'll try to make it look like I just don't have any feelings, so I don't take my job home, or I see people die all day long and I'm fine with that, or I just do yoga and I feel great 24/7. Okay, yay for those people. That is not the majority, and if you need help, and I know that people who do this, they, again, can be an overachieving sort, and used to doing things themselves, and like used to like pulling through and making things work, and not asking for help. You don't want to burden other people. Like, you want to help other people, and you don't want to, but the thing is like, if someone asked you for help, doesn't that make you feel good? You know, because they're like, oh, they're coming to me, they trust me, and it gives me something to do to help another person. Like, if somebody asks me for help, unless it's one of my kids, and they're like, Mama, can you make me a sandwich? And I'm like, is your arm broken? And it's like, yeah, I'm 7 years old and my arm actually is broken. Oh, okay, I'm making you a sandwich. Okay. My 7-year-old actually did break his arm a couple months ago. That's not funny. I'm a bad person. Okay, so if somebody asks me for help, I don't look down on that person for asking me for help. I feel like, oh, they trusted me. They brought this thing to me. They trust me. And, like, it makes me feel good to help another person. And so, if you also feel that way, then why would you think that someone else, if you reach out to another person, that they would feel anything other than that? And maybe it would actually that be the case, but 9 times out of 10 that's not the case. If you tell somebody, they're gonna help you. And I'm sure like your school or your organization has like a counselor. My school has a counselor. We also have like a number that we can call like 24/7 for like phone counseling. It's called Well Connect. I don't know if that's a thing everywhere or if that's something that just anybody could use. I don't know exactly how it works. It might be something to look into. But there's nothing wrong with needing help. There's nothing wrong with feeling anxious. There's nothing wrong with feeling depressed. I mean, like, yes, that is not probably how you should feel and operate at your best. But those things, just like if a person were to have diabetes or a broken arm or anything else, what is going on in your mind, that is also real, and it's not a moral deficit. It is not a character flaw or weakness. It's like, you would not tell somebody like with a broken arm that is a character flaw. Like, that is a problem with their morals, or their, like, they just need to find Jesus when they come to you with a broken arm. And it's not any different for your mental health. Again, it's a very competitive process. There are only so many spots available for all the things. I'm chewing a mint, and I'm not like one of those people who can just suck it all the way down. I get to a certain point, I just have to bite it. Fun fact. So, get help. There's nothing wrong with you for needing it. I actually have anxiety. I am a person that's like, I'm always more prone a little to the anxious side, but if anything gets really tough, then I get a little bit more anxious. Med school, I got like 2 months into it, and I'm tired of, I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of being anxious about it all the time. And I just sent an email to my doctor, and I told her what was going on. It's like, I'm feeling really anxious. I'm feeling really overwhelmed. And then that like starts to kind of like depress me, because then I feel like, the feelings of anxiousness like, how am I gonna get over this? And then I feel kind of sad and defeated. And it was super easy. She like faxed over a prescription for Zoloft, and I take it every day, and it makes me feel normal. It makes me like not overly excessively worry about things, and I am free to be me with less worry, because it doesn't help anything. It helps nothing. It does the opposite of help. It hurts. All the things. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with telling people that. Oh, there's another little Fiat. We're just past the Fiat, but mine's cuter. Okay, my mint is gone. I just chewed it all up. Got it. Okay, what else? What was I gonna say about, it's all about mental health. I was talking about my own mental health. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's a product of our surroundings, the society that we live in, what we're trying to do. It's constant. It doesn't go away. It's not a problem with you. It's a problem with just the way things are. And it's, you know, I feel like so far in the process, the journey of medicine, there are like two camps. There's the people who are like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, this is very difficult, and you have to do this, and all of these things are coming at you, and it's like, I wish it could be different, and I wish I could change things for you, but that's just how it is. Please suck it up. Or then there's the other camp who are like, this is how things are. This is how it was for me. This is how it's gonna be for you. This is fine. It's how it is. Suck it up. So one way or the other, whether it's, you know, an empathetic person or a tough love sort of person, the end result is suck it up. And it's like, that's just how I think sometimes life can be or feel. But I think that that's how medicine can be as well. And I'm not, I don't know if I'm saying exactly if that's right or wrong. I mean, I know how I feel about it. I don't think that that's right, but I don't know what the solution is either, because it's so much information to learn, and medical school is only 4 years long, and the classroom portion, the lecture portion, the shoving it all in portion is only 2 years, and then the clinical portion is only 2 years before you go on to residency. You pick the thing that you're gonna do, and then you start to specialize in that, like on-the-job training. Oh, I love that brick house. I love brick houses with like pointed roof things and like little things that come out from the door, and like the rounded, I don't know what architectural things are called. Like, I would probably embarrass my mother. She's an interior designer and knows all of architectural type things, and I don't know the names for things. I just know what I like when I see it. There's another one. God, that's beautiful. Shout it to me. What was I saying? Just let me listen with my good ear. What was it? I wish I knew what I was talking about. I never know what I'm talking about, but I wish I could remember what I was talking about. I know it was mental health. Get you some mental health by any means necessary. And you know, some people like cope. I think I was talking about, like, you know, the rightness or wrongness of how medical school is. Oh, how there's only so much time to cram all these things in, and there's so much to know. So much to know. And I don't know what the solution for that is. Maybe you could be like, the classroom portion, maybe med school could take 5 years if you wanted to go that route, and the classroom portion, you could split up your 2 years over the course of 3 years. However, I feel like if that was actually an option, it wouldn't be 2 years worth, like, spread out over 3 years. They would just add more to it, and it would be 3 years. So I don't know that that's a good option either, but I don't know what the option is. I just know that you have to take care of yourself and talk to me. We have a counselor that's there, you know, that you can go talk anytime you need to. And they're trying really hard to destigmatize. We have events at school that are specifically for mental health and talking about mental health. And if that's not a thing at your school, make that a thing about your school. You might be busy, you might have a lot going on, but it needs to be done. And if not you, then who? Who else? Just do it, or tell somebody about it, and maybe they can get that ball rolling and do it. But it is so important. Suicide is not the answer. I don't think it's ever the answer. And we're not even talking about, like, that is a whole nother can of worms. I'm not even going to go down that. I'm not even going to say anything about that. Okay, so suicide is not the answer. And I think it comes from a place of pain. And if you're feeling like that kind of pain, there is help out there. And it gets better. And I'm told that med school gets better. I'm told that first year is the worst. And God help me, I hope it is. I really hope that this year is the worst, and then it gets better. So I feel like life probably in general is that way. It gets better. If, like, that's where you're at, it just has to get better. You know, if you don't kill yourself and you get help, I mean, it stands to reason. If you're at rock bottom, it has to get better. Like, where else is it gonna go if you're at the very lowest? It can only go up. And there's nothing wrong with needing that help. Tell someone, tell anyone. They're not going to look down on you. And if they do, it is their problem. It is not your problem. That is not your problem. It is okay to need help, and it is okay to talk to other people, and it is okay to not feel okay. Like, I could probably cry about this, like, you know, if I really let myself, even at this moment. Like, it is okay to not feel okay, and that's okay. So you do what you have to do to feel okay. Everybody gets through med school in their own way. Maybe there are some things that, you know, if you weren't under so much stress, it's probably not the healthiest way to live your life. But if it gets you through the toughest parts, it's probably okay. Like, for example, eating fast food all the time, or eating, like, crappy food in general, that's not a healthy way to go. I'm just telling you one of my coping mechanisms, and that I just, like, when it comes to food, I know that food should just be a way to, like, nourish my body to go about my day and live, but, like, you know, I'm one of those people that, I have emotions tied in to food, and, if I'm having a tough day, like a piece of raspberry cheesecake, maybe it shouldn't, but it does bring me some joy. Like, it makes me happy, and it doesn't, I mean, I have to eat anyway, like, you know, I have to eat, and it doesn't cost that much, and I already have to eat, so why not do it with something that makes me happy? It's not an extra thing, you know, that I have to, like, try to squeeze in. And in general, is that the way to go? No, it's really probably not. I have other friends who, like, have a lot of hookups, and that is always a thing. That, as long as you're being safe about that, that's always, like, a perfectly fine option. That's not like comparable to the unhealthy food thing. That's not comparable. But I'm just, like, using a thing that, like, someone might tell you, or you, like, you know, make you, like, feel bad about something that, like that. But it's like, if you're being safe and you're using condoms and you're not, like, bringing children into the world that you don't want to bring into the world, if that's how you get through your day, hook it up. If you run, if you do a healthy thing to get through your day, why can't I be like that? But if that's what you do to get through your day, do that thing. If whatever it is that helps you get through, it's probably okay. And do that thing, and don't feel bad about that thing, and just try to do the things that make you feel happy and get you through your day and get to the next place. It gets better. It has to get better. Get help. There's nothing wrong with